Financial ratios are tools that help investors analyze and interpret a company's financial performance using simple mathematical relationships. Instead of reading long and complex financial statements line by line, ratios simplify the data into clear and meaningful numbers. A ratio compares two financial values, such as profit and revenue or assets and liabilities. These comparisons help investors understand key areas like profitability, liquidity, efficiency, and risk. By using ratios, investors can quickly evaluate how well a company is performing and make more informed financial decisions. A financial ratio is simply a comparison between two numbers taken from a company's financial statements. It is usually calculated by dividing one number by another. For example, if a company has total assets of 200 and total liabilities of 100, the ratio is calculated as 200 divided by 100, which equals 2. This means the company has twice as many assets as liabilities. Ratios are often expressed as numbers like 2.0, 1.5, or percentages like 15%, making them easy to understand and compare. Financial ratios matter because they turn raw financial data into useful insights that are easy to understand. Without ratios, investors would need to analyze large amounts of financial data, which can be confusing and time-consuming. Ratios help simplify this process by highlighting important relationships between numbers. They allow investors to quickly identify strengths, weaknesses, and potential risks in a business. Ratios also make it easier to compare companies of different sizes, helping investors focus on performance rather than just absolute numbers. Financial ratios are generally divided into three main categories: profitability, liquidity, and efficiency ratios. Profitability ratios measure how well a company generates profit. Liquidity ratios evaluate whether a company can meet short-term financial obligations. Efficiency ratios show how effectively a company uses its assets. Each category focuses on a different aspect of performance. When combined, they provide a complete picture of financial health. Investors analyze all three categories together to better understand a company's strengths, weaknesses, and overall financial condition. Profitability ratios measure how effectively a company generates profit from its operations. These ratios are important because they show whether a business is financially successful. High profitability suggests efficient operations, strong demand, and good management. Low profitability may indicate high costs or weak performance. Investors use profitability ratios to compare companies and identify those that can consistently generate strong returns. Understanding profitability is essential for evaluating long-term growth potential and deciding whether a business is worth investing in. Return on investment, pronounced ROI, measures how much profit a company earns compared to the amount invested. The formula is ROI equals profit divided by investment. For example, if a company earns a profit of 20 from an investment of 100, the ROI is 20 divided by 100, which equals 0.20 or 20%. A higher ROI indicates better performance. Investors use ROI to compare different investment opportunities and determine where their money can generate the highest returns. Return on equity, pronounced ROE, measures how efficiently a company uses shareholders' funds to generate profit. The formula is ROE equals net income divided by shareholders' equity. For example, if net income is 30 and equity is 150, the ROE is 20%. A higher ROE indicates strong performance and effective management. However, an extremely high ROE may sometimes result from high debt levels, so investors should always analyze it alongside other financial ratios. Profit margins measure how much profit a company keeps from its total revenue after covering its costs. The formula is profit margin equals profit divided by revenue. For example, if a company earns 10 profit from 100 revenue, the margin is 10%. There are different types of margins, including gross margin, operating margin, and net margin. Higher margins indicate better cost control and stronger profitability. Investors use profit margins to compare companies and identify those with better efficiency and pricing power. Investors use profitability ratios like ROI, ROE, and profit margins to compare companies within the same industry. These comparisons help identify which companies are more efficient and profitable. For example, a company with a 20% ROE is generally more attractive than one with 10%. However, comparisons should always be made within the same industry to ensure accuracy. This approach helps investors identify strong businesses with competitive advantages and better long-term growth potential. Liquidity ratios measure a company's ability to meet its short-term financial obligations. These ratios are important for understanding financial stability. A company with strong liquidity can easily pay its bills and handle unexpected expenses. Weak liquidity may lead to financial stress or even bankruptcy. Investors rely on liquidity ratios to assess risk and ensure that a business can continue operating smoothly. Maintaining a healthy level of liquidity is essential for both stability and long-term success. The current ratio measures a company's ability to pay short-term liabilities using its current assets. The formula is current ratio equals current assets divided by current liabilities. For example, if a company has 200 in assets and 100 in liabilities, the ratio is 2.0. This means the company has twice the resources needed to cover its obligations. A ratio above 1 is generally considered good, but extremely high values may indicate inefficient use of assets. The quick ratio measures a company's ability to meet short-term obligations without relying on inventory. The formula is quick ratio equals current assets minus inventory, divided by current liabilities. For example, if assets are 200, inventory is 50, and liabilities are 100, the quick ratio is 1.5. This ratio provides a stricter measure of liquidity because inventory may not be easily converted into cash. A higher quick ratio indicates stronger financial stability. Interpreting liquidity ratios requires balance. A very high ratio may indicate that a company is not using its assets efficiently, while a very low ratio suggests financial risk. For example, a current ratio of 2.0 is generally healthy, while 0.8 may indicate potential problems. Investors look for companies that maintain an optimal level of liquidity. This balance ensures that the company can meet its obligations while still using its resources effectively to support growth and profitability. Efficiency ratios measure how effectively a company uses its assets to generate revenue. These ratios are important because they reflect how well management is utilizing resources. Efficient companies can generate more sales with fewer assets, which leads to better profitability. Inefficient companies may have wasted resources or poor management. Investors use efficiency ratios to evaluate operational performance and determine whether a company can maintain strong performance over time. Asset turnover measures how efficiently a company uses its assets to generate sales. The formula is asset turnover equals revenue divided by total assets. For example, if revenue is 300 and total assets are 150, the ratio is 2. This means the company generates 2 units of sales for every unit of assets. A higher ratio indicates better efficiency. Investors prefer companies with strong asset turnover because it shows effective use of resources. Inventory turnover measures how quickly a company sells and replaces its inventory. The formula is inventory turnover equals cost of goods sold divided by inventory. For example, if cost of goods sold is 200 and inventory is 50, the ratio is 4. This means the company sells its inventory 4 times in a period. A higher ratio indicates strong demand and efficient inventory management, while a low ratio may suggest slow sales or overstocking. Efficiency ratios help investors compare companies based on how well they use their resources. By analyzing asset turnover and inventory turnover, investors can identify businesses that operate more efficiently. Efficient companies tend to have lower costs and higher profitability. These comparisons provide valuable insights into operational performance. Investors often prefer companies that consistently demonstrate strong efficiency, as this indicates better management and competitive strength within the industry. Analyzing ratios over time provides deeper insights than looking at a single period. Trends show whether a company is improving or declining. For example, a steadily increasing ROE may indicate strong growth, while a declining current ratio could signal financial trouble. Investors use trend analysis to evaluate long-term performance and sustainability. Understanding these trends helps investors make better decisions and avoid companies that may face future challenges. Ratios are most useful when comparing companies within the same industry. Different industries have different standards, so comparisons must be relevant. For example, a retail company may have a lower profit margin than a technology company. By comparing ratios within the same sector, investors can identify top performers and weaker companies. This helps in selecting businesses with stronger financial performance and better growth potential. In summary, financial ratios help simplify complex financial data and provide insights into profitability, liquidity, and efficiency. By understanding ratios like ROI, ROE, profit margins, current ratio, quick ratio, asset turnover, and inventory turnover, investors can evaluate companies more effectively. These tools make it easier to compare businesses, identify strengths, and detect risks. Mastering financial ratios is essential for making informed investment decisions and building a strong foundation in financial analysis. Now that you understand how financial ratios measure performance, the next step is learning how to determine what a company is actually worth. In the next video, we will explore valuation methods such as the PE ratio, which stands for price to earnings, and the PB ratio, or price to book. We will also cover the PEG ratio, which connects valuation with growth. In addition, we will introduce advanced methods like EV to EBITDA and other market multiples.